Hey, if you're a small business owner and you feel like you're constantly drowning in a to-do list that just never, ever ends, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to dive into a super practical guide on how to master your business routines so you can turn all that chaos into calm and, most importantly, control.
Does this look familiar? You're juggling a dozen tasks at once. You're constantly putting out fires, and you feel like you're working harder than ever, but you're not really moving forward? Yeah, it's a super common feeling. But the hidden cause is often something we totally overlook: our routines, or to be more specific, our broken ones. And this is the big idea we're unpacking today. Just think about it for a second. Everything you do on repeat in your business is a routine, from how you open up in the morning to how you send invoices. The quality of those routines, it directly impacts your success, your stress levels, and, your freedom. That's why getting them right isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential. Now, we know that as a small business owner, you don't have time for some dense theoretical management book. You're in the trenches every single day, and you need solutions that are simple, fast, and actually work, like right now. And that's the trap, isn't it? We know we need better systems, but all the typical advice just feels way too complicated and time-consuming.
So here's the good news. This entire explainer is built on a really simple two-part framework. We're going to cover two powerful techniques, one for building brand new routines from the ground up, and another for totally overhauling the ones you already have. Best part? They're easy to remember, and you can start using them the minute this is over.
All right, let's start with creating new routines. When you're adding something new to your business, maybe it's a new marketing task or a customer follow-up process, how do you build it so it doesn't just become another heavy burden? Well, the answer is something called the MER approach.
MER stands for Minimum Effective Routine, and I want you to pay close attention to those key words, minimum and effective. This is not about building the world's most perfect, elaborate system. It's about figuring out the absolute smallest set of actions you need to get the job done and then making them as simple as you possibly can. And it really is this simple. Step one, you ask yourself, what is the absolute bare minimum I need to do for this to actually work? So for a daily social media post, that might just be find a photo, write a sentence, hit publish. Then, step two, ask, what's the simplest way I can do each of those things? That's it. You're just building a foundation, not the whole skyscraper.
And this quote just nails the whole philosophy. So many of us try to build the perfect, all-singing, all-dancing routine right from the start. But guess what? Your business is going to change, and that perfect routine will be broken in a few months anyway. The MR approach says, hey, just start small, get it working, and then let it grow and evolve as your business does.
Okay, so that handles all the new stuff. But what about all the processes you already have? You know the ones, the clunky, time-sucking routines that just drive you crazy? For those, we need a different tool. We need the PROD method.
PROD is just an acronym for a simple, repeatable system that's designed to help you systematically upgrade any existing routine in your business. Think of this as your go-to framework for taking something that's causing friction and making it smooth, efficient, and maybe even a little bit fun. The 4 steps are prioritize, review, optimize, and delegate. We're going to walk through each one, but just seeing them laid out like this, you can already tell how logical the whole process is, right? It's a clear roadmap from problem routine to streamlined system.
First up, P is for prioritize. You can't fix everything at once. It's just impossible. The key is to shift from random effort, just putting out fires as they pop up, to focused effort. It's about strategically fixing the machine itself. You have to focus your energy on the routines that'll give you the biggest bang for your buck.
And the impact of doing this is, well, it's staggering. The 80-20 rule basically says that focusing on the most important 20% of your problems can be up to 16 times more effective than just picking things at random to fix. Choosing the right routine to work on first doesn't just help a little, it multiplies your impact.
So, how do you find that critical 20%? Easy. Just look for the pain points. Which routines cause you the most stress? Which ones are the biggest time wasters? Are there any crucial routines that are just missing entirely? And hey, be honest with yourself. Which tasks do you just hate doing, or which ones don't really need your specific genius? These are your targets. Fixing these will give you the biggest relief and the most time back.
Okay, so once you've picked a routine, it's time for step 2, R for review. I love this analogy. Just like barnacles on a boat, our business routines slowly collect junk and baggage over time. New tech comes out, rules change, maybe a former employee added a few unnecessary steps. A routine that was perfectly fine a year ago is now just a drag on your business. It's time to scrape those barnacles off.
And the tool for this is the EAR filter. Now, you have to apply it in this exact order, okay? First, E is for eliminate. Can you just stop doing this task entirely? If it has no negative impact, get rid of it. If you can't, move to A for automate. Can a piece of software or a tool do this for you? If it can't be automated, then finally, you move to R for relegate. Can you delegate this to someone else, an employee, a contractor, anybody but you?
So what about the steps that are left over? That brings us to O for optimize. For any part of the routine you couldn't eliminate, automate, or relegate, your goal is simple: make it as lean and efficient as possible. This is where you modernize the process, updating it to match today's technology and your current business goals.
And the final step, D, is for delegate. Because let's be real, the ultimate goal for almost any routine is to get it completely off your plate so you can focus on more important work. This means creating clear, simple, standard operating procedures, or SOPs, so that anyone can perform the task exactly the way you want it done, without you having to be there at all.
So let's step back. You've used MER to build lean new routines, and you've used PROD to overhaul your existing ones. So what's the result of all this? This right here is the big payoff. You finally get to move from that constant state of chaotic, reactive firefighting to a place of proactive control over your business and your life.
And this right here, this might be the most crucial mindset shift of all. It can feel like you're just adding fix my processes to your to-do list, but that is the completely wrong way to look at it. Every single minute you spend refining a routine is an investment that pays you back over and over again in saved time and energy. You aren't just doing work, you are literally creating time.
And what do you do with all that new time and mental space you just created? You finally get to work on your business, not just in it. Once you have a stable foundation of smooth, effective routines, you are free to focus on the big picture, strategic planning, major growth projects, and all the real reasons you started this business in the first place.
So I'll leave you with this question. Think back to that checklist we just saw. The stressful stuff, the time wasters, the tasks you hate. What is the one routine in your business that you are going to apply the PROD method to first? Just pick one and start creating your time back.